Welcome back to Butterfly Beauty. This is my go-to Christmas look with glowing luminous skin, gold eyes, and a dramatic winged liner. And of course, this wouldn't be a Christmas look without my red Perfect Christmas lip. So let's get into this look. I'm going to start out priming my skin with the Dr. Brandt's Pores No More. This primer is great if you have uneven texture in your skin because it has a lot of smoothing properties. To start off foundation, I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Gel Cream. And I heard that this is really great if you have dry and irritated skin, which mine has been lately. If it's not enough coverage, I'll go in with the CoverFix Custom Drops and mix it together. This is my first time using this foundation. And I'm just applying this with my fingertips, and then I'll stipple it into the skin with a Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush. Yeah, I am going to go in and mix the CoverFix Custom Cover Drops with it to amp up the coverage. When you're applying your foundation, you always want to make sure to blend it down your neck. I'm going to be doing some cream contouring today with the Pure Cameo Contour Stick. And first I'm going to go in with the dark side, and then I'll go in with the light side and blend it separately. Now we're going to move on to concealing and highlighting. I'm going to start out by correcting the darkness under my eyes with the Becca Under Eye Corrector. And you want to make sure to bring it up into your inner tear duct to really brighten up the eye. I'm going to be highlighting the high points of my face with the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer. My shade is in Chantilly. Put my war paint on. I'm going to be blending this out with the sponge that came with that pure Cameo stick. And I conceal one under eye at a time and then go in to set that. And I like to draw a line down the side of my nose. This really helps when you're doing your nose contour, which we will be doing later. And I'm going to be setting that with the MAC Emphasize powder. When our eyes touch, so familiar deep inside, like you were already mine. Before we go in with powders, I'm going to just make sure that everything is nice and blended. And I'm going to be taking a cream highlighter. We're going to put a powder highlighter on top of this, but I really wanted to have a bangin' highlight. This is the RMS highlighter in Living Luminizer. And I'm just going to dot it on the high points of my cheeks. Of my nose. And now I'm going to set the high points of my face where we put that concealer with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finishing Powder. And this is a Sigma F25 brush. And I just tap the powder onto the skin. You don't want to move around any of the liquid products we just put down. Moving on to the eyes, I prime my lids with the MAC 24-Hour Extended Eye Base, and I set that with a translucent powder so our eyeshadows go on top of it smoothly. For our transition color, I'm going to be taking Naked 2 from the Naked Basics palette and blending it through the crease. And for our gold lid shade, I'm going to be taking the Pure Cosmetics Eye Polish in Cashmere. I first applied it with the silicone applicator that came with it, but it applied the product unevenly, so I ended up going in with the Morphe G10 concealer brush, and this gave a more even application. And then I go in and I blend out the transition color to just make sure we don't have any harsh lines. And then I took Faint on a Smith 247 brush to darken up the crease and really add that dimension. You can see that I'm folding the brush horizontally in order to distribute the product, and then I flip it on its side in order to blend that shadow out. And for our dramatic winged liner, I used the Kat Von D eyeliner in Trooper. and gave myself a dramatic wing. Applying your liner before finishing up your eye look can help serve as a guide to see if your intensity and pigmentation is where you want it. I decided to go in with some more of that faint shade and just darken up my outer V to really add that smoky drama and dimension. I used Foxy on a Smith 253 brush as a brow bone highlight and to really brighten up the inner corner of my eye. To add to the overall brightness of our eye look, I took the matte Chromagraphic Pencil and lined my lower waterline. And then I took some more of that faint shade on a small angled brush and smoked out my lower lash line. And this wouldn't be a holiday look without that metallic shimmer. I took Makeup Geek's foiled shadow in Grandstand and I blended out that faint shade. And to further make sure that our lower lash line is nice and blended, I took a dome shaped brush and just went and blended some more. And then I took Makeup Geek's foiled shadow in Magic Act and put it as an inner corner highlight and topped that off with Makeup Geek's Shimma Shimma, so our inner corner is now very much on fleek. And I applied the Ardell curvy lashes off camera. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in 20M with a Sephora powder brush. This Sephora powder brush is my absolute favorite brush to bronze with. It just places it and diffuses the bronzer exactly where I want it. I'm also going to be using that same bronzer to contour my nose. I like contouring my nose with a lighter shade as opposed to like a dark contour shade because it gives the most natural nose contour if a nose contour can be natural. I'm going to be contouring with the MAC Sculpt and my Nars Ita brush. And then slightly bringing it up onto my temples. And then I'm going to take the same Sigma tulip brush and just lightly blend the contour out. To clean up our contour, I'm going to be taking the MAC Emphasize powder that we set our concealer with and just placing it right underneath that contour so we get a nice crisp line. I'm going to be taking Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop and a Real Technique setting brush for our second highlighter today. It's going to go over that cream highlighter and we're going to get double the impact. when you're wearing a bold red lip, you really want your blush shade to be neutral in tone. And so I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay blush in video with a Sigma Duo Fiber blush brush. And you want to softly blend the blush, bronzer, and highlight together with a powder brush. And last but not least, set the powders into your skin with the MAC Fix Plus. Now for our perfect Christmas red lip, I'm going to be taking the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Savage Rose, and the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Maryland. Now take a couple deep breaths, take your hair out, relax. I know this was a lot of steps, but I wanted to go all out for my Christmas look. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Remember, you are beautiful inside and out.